Kingdom is 14 feet. And to give you a sense of what that is, that's about 7 feet higher than the levee. So that will give you a panoramic view of the entire Ohio River. So a great suggestion.
Love it when I have a good idea. So let's talk about timing on this project.
One of the things we heard, and we knew that we didn't want to close the existing Kids Kingdom until we were able to transform the new one. So we've begun the fundraising phase. We are in just the beginning stages of that. It's a community build, so that means it's going to take the community to build it. And we're looking to need about 3,000 volunteers. And it looks like it will take about 3 weeks to build, and we hope to do that. We plan on doing that in September of 2018 and having that open much sooner than the existing Kids Kingdom will be removed. So that is our plan. So if you want to build, if you want to be a volunteer, we will be obviously reaching out to many people to help us with this huge project.
Well, there are about 350 people here today. I suspect many of them will be, well, Ron is not qualified, but a lot of other people will be well qualified and wanting to volunteer. Let's move to the east side for a minute. We haven't found the funding for Roberts Park yet, but it's still very much alive in our hearts and our minds. But one of those elements that was initially discussed to be a part of Roberts Park is a dog park, and that's actually now moved across the expressway onto the state hospital grounds, on ground that the city owns and maintains in that. And in fact, the Chamber's incoming chair is the co-chair of this, along with Denise Johnson. Let's talk about the dog park and the exciting activity and progress there.
Sure. So Woodmere Dog Park and the committee that you mentioned came forward with a great idea, looking at a location, and that location was again looked at several places, but where we settled is that triangular piece of property at the state hospital. And as you mentioned, that property is owned by the city. If you're familiar with that area, it is off the main drive of the state hospital grounds.
So this is Lincoln, just for perspective, this is Lincoln here, Van, and turn in here.
Correct. So it's about 3 acres of land. That process with the committee, who is doing a wonderful job, is finalizing the design. And then soon we'll be seeking the necessary approval from our Board of Commissioners, and then beginning the fundraising phase of that project. I think one of the things about this project that's important is that there's the saying, a happy dog makes a happy pet owner or a happy dog owner. So we know that this is just another opportunity for not only our department, but for an individual and the community as a whole to experience outdoors, experience the fitness, the healthier side of life. So great idea. We are very happy to partner with the private committee who's working on this, and look forward to moving this forward and getting this done very soon.
It's an exciting opportunity. Zoo Director Eric Beck is traveling and could not be with us today, so Brian's going to pinch it here for just a minute. Lots of excitement there. Notably, the Engelbrecht Family Carousel. 1 in 3 zoo visitors rides the carousel. Very phenomenal. Just opened in June. Really excited about that. This is a cool project. This room here, if you've not been out here, this is the event room. So the 2 rooms here could be leased for corporate events, birthday parties, whatever. The carousel here, and one last area that we're still raising money for. Right down below that red dot is where the aviary will go.
Sure, I think I go back to what former Zoo Director Amos Moore said once, and he said his job as Zoo Director is to re-engage the community. And I think these type of projects do just that. Again, the generosity of the Engelbrecht family to make the carousel and the events rooms a possibility, and even come to be able to open this summer. If you've not been out there, take an opportunity to get out there. For myself, living here all of my life, you remember the days of the old carousel. So it is a bring back, if you will, of the old kind of the nostalgia, the history of Evansville with a new spin. And as well, the events rooms, being able to use those for private parties, corporate events. It just is another way to, again, as Amos said, to re-engage the community. And finally, the aviaries. Anybody know what an aviary is? I barely knew the difference between a cardinal and a chick kitty, but anyhow, I'm not sure what that was. But an aviary. So to be able to be one of the few places in Indiana to look at birds and the sanctuary of birds. So as the mayor mentioned, we are just a little short on fundraising. We're going to be finishing that up soon. So if you haven't given and you're so inclined to do so, we would welcome those contributions.
I'm sure there will be some telephone calls made in the very near future. So anyway, Brian, thank you very much. Thanks for pinch hitting for Eric, and Brent, thanks for pinch hitting for Kelly. Alan, thanks for playing yourself today. So there you have it. Sort of a snapshot of what's going on in the city. If you think, wow, there's a lot going on, you're right. But we really just scratched the surface of it today. I'd like to wrap up by thanking you for the opportunity to serve as mayor. It's exhausting, it's exhilarating, and it's the best job I've ever had.